you for reminding me to record. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to teach you is what is known as light ray. Okay, so for that, what you should do is you should take a straight tube and a bent tube. Okay, and I'm going to place the bulb here and I'm going to look at from the opposite side of the tube. So my question is, will you be able to see the bulb which is here? So most of y'all are saying yes, you will be able to see the bulb which is here. And your answer would be correct. We will be able to see the light which is the bulb which is here, right? But in the second one, I'm going to keep my eyes over here and I'm going to look at, will I be able to see the light which is coming from here? Will I be able to see it? That's correct. Most of y'all are saying no, you won't be able to see the light which is coming from in the second one. And your answer is correct. In the first one, we were able to see the bulb or the light, but in the second one, we were not able to see the light. So, what is the reason for that? The reason for that is the light travels in a straight line. The light, they travel in a straight line. Okay? So, why didn't we see the light from here in the second one? Because we should know that the light travels in the straight line. That's why we were not able to see the light in the second tube. Okay? So, what is a light ray? The light ray, now we said that the light travels in a straight line, right? So how do we draw a light ray is, we'll put a straight line and we'll put an arrow like this. That's how we draw a light ray. Okay, so how do we draw a light ray? You're going, because the light travels in a straight line, you're going to put a straight line and you're going to put an arrow like this. So that's how you draw a light ray. So if they ask you what is known as a light ray, okay, if they ask you what is known as a light ray, you should be able to answer the path in which the light travels is known as a light ray. So what is a light ray? The path in which the light travels is known as a light ray. So now I am sure that, I hope that everyone understood what is known as a light ray. So can you all tell me what is known as a light ray? Can you all tell me in the chat what is known as a light ray? Very good. Yeah. So the path in which the light travels, you call it as a light ray. The path in which the light travels, you call it as a light ray. So that's how we draw a light ray. We are going to put a straight line and we are going to put an arrow like this. So that's how you are going to draw a light ray. Okay? And now the second thing I'm going to teach you, what is a light beam. We studied what is a light ray. Now let's study what is a light beam. A collection of light rays, you call it as a light beam. What is a light ray? What is a light beam? Light beam means a collection of light rays. So what is a light beam? Light beam means a collection of light rays. You call it as a light beam. So you don't have to write these. We will do the questions. Okay. So after I explain you this, you can do the questions. I will give you time to do the questions also. So you don't have to write. You can concentrate and listen. Okay. So we studied what is a light ray and we studied what is a light beam. Light beam is a collection of light rays. You call it as a light beam, right? So the next thing I want to teach you is what is known as converging beam and what is known as diverging beam. What is converging beam and what is diverging beam? So from the word converging, you should know that the light rays are going to converge and come towards a point. So if the light rays are coming towards a point, you call it as a converging beam. So what is a converging beam? If the light rays are coming towards a point, you call it as a converging beam. So what is a diverging beam? When the light rays are moving away from the point, you call it as a diverging beam. Okay, so what is converging beam? When the light rays are coming towards a point, you call it as converging beam. What is diverging beam? When the light rays are moving away from a point, you call it as a diverging beam. Okay, so now we studied what is light ray, what is light beam, what is converging beam, and what is diverging beam. So let's do some questions. Okay, we'll do some questions. Okay, so I have sent you all the tune. You all can do until question number 3. So soon I'll give you all 2 minutes. So do until question number 3. Yeah, you can do in the paper even. You can do in the paper. Or I told you all, if you have not printed the paper, you should write down the questions and do the answers. Write the answers. Okay, so you have 3 questions, very easy questions. So like anyone who can answer the first question, can you all raise your hand if you can answer the first question? Okay, so Minha Munir raised her hand first, so let's ask her. Minha, can you tell me what is known as a light ray?
The path in which light travels is called as a light ray.
Very good. The path in which the light travels, you call it as a light ray. So we'll write it down. The path in which the light travels, you call it as a light ray. Okay. So the second question, anyone who can answer the second one? Yes, Nahma. Nahma, can you answer the second one? Nahma, Nafil?
Light beam.
Very good. So the collection of light rays, you call it as a light beam. Collection of light rays, you call it as a light beam. Third one, Tasneem Akram. Can you answer the third one? Third A, what is it?
Light beam.
Yes, third A is a light beam. Then I need the answer from Fatima Humeina. Can you answer this B one? B. Is it converging beam or a diverging beam? Yes, Sarah. What is your answer? B. What is it? What do you think? Is B a diverging beam or a converging beam? Okay, so then we'll ask Reshma Faisal. Reshma, can you tell me what is it?
A diverging beam.
Very good. A diverging beam. Okay, so B is a diverging beam. And C, what is it going to be? It is going to be a Nuha Fahmi, what is it? C.
A converging beam.
A converging beam. So I hope everyone are clear until the third question. Does anyone have a doubt? If you have a doubt, you can raise your hand. So I will give the chance for you all to talk. Others, you all can put your hands down. The students who have a doubt, you all can raise your hand. Sugandhini, do you have a doubt? If you have a doubt, you can ask.
Teacher, what is a light ray? I did not understand. Just now I joined. That's it.
Okay, no problem. So a light ray is the path in which the light travels. For an example, I told, now there is two tubes like this. So if you look at from here, if you look at the bulb, the light from here and the light from here, in this, Sugandhini, you can tell me, in this one, will you see able to see the light?
No, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Yeah, you will be able to see the light. But in the second one, will you be able to see the light?
No, teacher, I can't see.
Yeah. So you should understand that light travels in a straight line, right? The light travels in a straight line. That's why we can't see in the second one. So what is a light ray? The path in which the light travels, you call it as a light ray. Is it clear, Sugandhini?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, great. So now we'll move on to the next part. Okay, we have answered until first three questions. And you can answer the fourth question because you have already studied that in your previous grades. This fourth question. So in the fourth question, what is A? You can send through the chat box, students. What is A? What is A? Yes, very good. The A is going to be the plane mirror. In fourth one, A is going to be plane mirror. What is B? All these three are types of mirrors. Very good, Nuhana, Fahmi. So others, anyone who knows? Anyone who knows what is B? So this one, what is this mirror called? Rukaiya, Hana correct, yes, and Nahmana feel correct. So this you call it as a convex mirror. This is a convex mirror. Okay, this is you call it as a convex mirror. And if it is shaded outside, you call it as a concave mirror. Okay, so this is a convex mirror and this is a concave mirror. So that is the answer for the fourth one. So we have completed until fourth one. Now we'll move on to the next part. So shall I raise the board? Okay, so we'll move on to the next part. Okay, what I'm going to do is, now I'll say that I'm having a plane mirror. We'll say we have a plane mirror. Okay, and there is sun over here. So from the sun, you know, the sun rays will come, right? You know, the sun rays will come. So there is a sun ray coming and falling on this plane mirror. There is a sun ray coming and falling on this plane mirror. So what is this ray known as? So I'll tell you what. Now, we'll say in Vellampitiya there was a flood. So how will they say that in news? For an example, there was a flood in Vellampitiya. So how will they say? They'll say that there was an incident that happened in Vellampitiya where the Vellampitiya has been flooded. Right? So they will say the word incident. If something is happening, you call it as an incident. So we can name this ray as an incident ray. Okay, before this, I want to explain one thing. So this chapter is about reflection and refraction, right? So when we take the light, there are two properties of light. When you take the light, you have two properties. The first property you call it as reflection. Okay, we have two properties of light. The first property you call it as reflection. The second property you call it as refraction. Okay, the first property is reflection. The second property you call it as refraction. So today we will be studying about reflection of light. Okay, we have only 1.5 hours. We'll try to finish reflection of light. Okay, so light, you have two properties: reflection, refraction. So today we will be studying what is reflection. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a plain mirror and keep it like this. Like you can keep under sun or anything. So you have the sun, right? So this sun will emit light rays. So these light rays will come and fall on this plain mirror. The light ray will come and fall on this plain mirror, right? So what is going to happen is, now how can we name this light ray which is falling on this mirror? I told you an example. Now, if anything is happening somewhere, we call it as incident, right? An incident happened at this place. An incident happened in this place. So there is an accident. So we'll say the word incident. So we can name this ray as incident ray. How can we name this ray? Incident ray. Okay. So here is the point where that incident ray is coming and knocking, right? So this is the point where this incident ray is coming and meeting the plane mirror. So the point where this incident ray is coming and meeting the plane mirror, you name that point as point of incidence. You name that point as point of incidence. So what is point of incidence? The point where the incident ray contacts with the mirror, you call it as point of incidence. Okay. Now, I want to ask you all something. Do you all know about the three mediums? Not English medium, Sinhala medium, Tamil medium. I want to know about the three mediums. So do you know what are the three mediums? Anyone who knows can answer through the chat. What are the three mediums you know? Very good, Nahma. So the three mediums is solid, liquid, and gas. The three mediums is solid medium, liquid medium, and gaseous medium. Now tell me, what is the medium of this plane mirror? Is it solid? Is it liquid? Or is it gas? What is the... Yes, Sharaf, very good. So what is the medium of this plane mirror? Amna Rahim, correct. Yeah. So this plane mirror is solid medium. The plane mirror is solid medium. So what is the medium here? This is air. Here it is air, right? So what is the medium? Gaseous medium. Very good. So this is going to be gaseous medium. So now you know what is incident ray. What is point of incidence? Now tell me, what do you know about the word perpendicular? What do you know about the word perpendicular to a surface? Very good. Razia Rumi, very good. Others? What do you know about the word perpendicular? Well done, Rumana. Yes. Musfira knows. Zakira knows. Yeah. You can't just say it's a straight line. You can't just say the perpendicular meaning is a straight line. I need a specific answer. What is perpendicular? Perpendicular means a line which is drawn 90 degrees to a surface. A line which is drawn 90 degrees to a plane surface, you call it that as perpendicular. The 90 degrees word should be there. A straight line, if you tell, it can be any straight line, right? So if you want to say the word perpendicular, you should say a line which is drawn 90 degrees to a surface. So the line which is drawn perpendicular to the point of incidence, in the point of incidence, the line which is drawn in the point of incidence, perpendicular to the surface, you call it as a normal or a normal line. You call it as the normal. Okay, what is normal? Normal is the perpendicular line drawn to the mirror at the point of incidence. So what is normal? Normal is the perpendicular line drawn to the plane mirror at the point of incidence. So now you should be able to answer what is incident ray, what is normal, and what is okay, sorry for that. Okay, so you should be able to answer what is incident ray, what is point of incidence, and what is normal. So the next thing I want to tell you is, if you are having a mirror, now let's say this is a mirror. Now you're holding a mirror like this in front of you. You're holding a mirror like this. So you are standing here and there is a you are okay. Your friend is keeping a bulb here. So tell me if you will be able to see this bulb. Will you be able to see the bulb over here? No, you won't be able to see the bulb over here. It is talking because I'm getting calls. That's why. Sorry for that. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. So if you keep a bulb in this side and you're standing here, will you be able to see the bulb? No, you won't be able to see the bulb. So the light which is coming and hitting here, will it go beyond this mirror? Will it go inside this mirror? Will this light ray go inside this mirror? No, the light ray will not go inside this mirror. Then what is going to happen is this light ray will send back into the same medium. This light ray will be sent back into the same medium. So because this light ray is being sent back into the same medium, we name this light ray as reflecting ray. So this ray you call it as reflected ray or reflecting ray. We'll say it's reflected ray. Okay. So now you should be able to answer what is known as incident ray, what is known as normal, what is point of incidence, and what is reflected ray. So the reflected ray is the ray that is sent back into the same medium. So the same medium means which medium? If I say same medium, it is what medium? Gaseous medium. Very good. Okay. So it will be sent back into the same medium. So that ray, you call it as the reflected ray. The ray that reflects away from the mirror, you call it as reflected ray. There is no liquid here. You have only gaseous medium and solid medium here. So here the light ray is coming, falling on this point of incident and is sent back onto the same medium. So this ray, you call it as the reflected ray. The ray, you call it as the reflected ray. Now, you have the incident ray and the normal. So the angle between the incident ray and the normal, you call it as the incident angle. So what is incident angle? The angle which is in between the incident ray and the normal, you call it as the angle of incidence or the incident angle. Okay, the angle of incidence is the angle, like when you take the incident ray and the normal, the angle in between the incident ray and the normal, you call it as the angle of incidence. I'm sorry, students, I got a call. Okay. Okay. So now this angle which is there in between the incident ray and the normal, you call it as the angle of incidence. And the angle which is there in between the normal and the reflected ray, you call it as the angle of reflection or the reflected angle, the angle of reflection. Okay. So here we studied about many things. We studied about incident ray, reflected ray, normal, point of incidence, and angle of incidence, angle of reflection. Okay, so let's take. Let me take through it again once more. Okay, everyone say it with me. Okay, so that it will stay in your mind. So, what is incident ray? The ray that falls on a mirror, that you call it as the incident ray. The ray that is falling on this mirror, that is you call it as the incident ray. Okay, so tell me what is point of incidence. The point where the incident ray contacts with the mirror, you call it as the point of incidence. Now tell me what is known as reflected ray. The ray that reflects away from the mirror, you call it as the reflected ray. So what is normal? Normal is the perpendicular line drawn to the mirror at the point of incidence. You call it as the normal. What is known as angle of incidence? The angle which is present between the incident ray and the normal, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence, you call it as angle of incidence. So what is reflected ray? The ray which is there in between normal and the reflected ray, you call it as the angle of reflection. I hope it is clear for everyone. So let's ask someone. The students who want to answer, who like to answer, you can raise your hand so that I'll appoint you all to answer. Okay, let's give chance to Rahma. Rahma, can you tell me what is known as incident ray? Rahma, what is incident ray?
The ray that falls on the mirror.
Very good. The ray that comes and falls on the mirror, that is called as incident ray. So let's give a chance to okay, Minha Munir, you can tell me what is known as incident ray. Minha, what is incident ray?
The ray.
Not incident ray. I'm sorry. Point of incident. What is point of incidence?
The point where the incident ray contacts with the mirror.
Very good. The point where the incident ray contacts with the mirror, you call it as the point of incident. And Mohammed Akram, can you tell me what is normal? Mohammed Akram, can you tell me what is normal?
The perpendicular line on the mirror.
In where? The perpendicular line drawn to the mirror at which point? At which point?
On the point of incidence.
at the point of incidence. Very good. And then the reflected ray. Can Humaina Hussain tell me what is reflected ray? Humaina, can you tell me what is reflected ray? Okay, then Saida, can you tell me what is reflected ray?
The
Okay, so
ray
what
that
is
is reflecting away from the mirror.
very good? The ray that is reflecting away from the mirror, you call it as the reflected ray. Musfira Irfan. Okay, so that's all, right? So now I will be teaching you what is known as reflection. Okay, so now let's study what is known as reflection. So we have studied all this. We studied what is incident ray, what is reflected ray, what is normal, what is point of incidence, what is the angle of incidence, what is the angle of reflection. So what is reflection is when the light ray comes and falls on a surface, and if it is sent back, if it is bounced back into the same medium, you call it as reflection. So what is reflection? When a light ray comes and falls on a surface. So this can be, not only it can be mirror surface, it can be any surface, but according to your activity 14.1, it is a mirror. According to activity 14.1, it is a mirror, but it can be any smooth surface. So in smooth surface, this regular reflection will occur. Okay, so it can be any smooth surface, but according to activity 14.1, it is a mirror. So what is reflection? Reflection means when a light ray comes and falls on a surface, and if it is sent back into the same medium, you call it as reflection. So what is reflection? Bouncing back of the light ray into the same medium. When the light ray strikes on a surface, you call it as reflection. So now we can answer some questions. Take your tune, which I sent you all. So start answering from question number 5 to question number 12. Answer from question number 5 to question number 12. Okay, the students who don't have the tune, it's okay. You can look at the screen and write it down. After the class, if you want the tune, you can put a message to me. I'll give you a number at the end of the session. Until now, you can just look at the screen and answer the questions, okay? If you all have finished the questions until, if you have finished answering the questions until question number 12, and if you have any doubts, you can raise your hands. I will be answering them, okay? So the students who don't have any doubts, you all can put your hands down. The students who have a doubt, you can keep your hands raised up, okay?
Teacher,
Teacher.
For the students who join late, I will be sending the recording in the group, so you can look at the recording, because I can't repeat everything which I did in this 30 minutes or 40 minutes. So I'll send you all the recording. You can watch the recording if you all have joined just now. Yeah, Nahuma, you can write surface instead of mirror. Raslan, yes, your question, your answer is correct. Bouncing back of light ray into the same medium when strike on a surface is known as reflection. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I will send the recording in the group. Okay. Shima, Nias, what do you want me to repeat it? Okay. I hope you all have done writing until Amina, Zaki. Do you have any doubts? If you have, you can ask me, dear. Nahma, do you have any doubts?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, dear. What's your doubt? Okay, so I'll explain once more what is normal line, because the student wants it. I told you all to do until question number 12, so make sure to do only until question number 12. So I'll explain what is normal. So normal is, now what is, you know what is perpendicular, right? Perpendicular means a line drawn to a surface with 90 degrees. So if you have a surface and if you draw a line with 90 degrees, you call it as a perpendicular line. If you draw a line into a surface with 90 degrees, you call it as a perpendicular line, right? So what is normal is the perpendicular line. Now this is perpendicular. The perpendicular line that is drawn to the surface at the point of incidence. The perpendicular line that is drawn to a surface at the point of incidence, you call it as normal. So what is normal? The perpendicular line that is drawn to the surface. The perpendicular line that is drawn to the surface at the point of incidence. Is it clear now? Is it clear now, dear? Who was it? Are parallel beam and light beam the same? So light beam and the parallel word means what? There are light rays which is parallel to each other. You call it as parallel beam. And yeah, you can, this is, you can say parallel beam, but the name we specifically give it is light beam. You can say they are parallel, you can say that they are parallel rays, right? You can say that they are parallel rays, but the word we give it is light beam. The rays which is parallel to each other, a collection of light rays which is parallel to each other, you call it as a light beam. Make sure to put surface. That's better because not only mirror, no. According to activity 14.1, it is mirror. But when we are writing these definitions, put surface. That's better, I guess. Okay, because mirror, it's not only mirror. Any smooth surface will undergo reflection. Any smooth surface will undergo reflection. Okay, Reshma want me to explain the angle of reflection again. So what is angle of reflection? Now this is the angle of reflection, right? So what is angle of reflection? The angle, now see, this is the angle. The angle between the normal which is drawn to the point of incidence and reflected ray. The angle between the reflected ray and the normal drawn to the points of incidence, you call it as angle of reflection. So what is angle of reflection? The angle between the reflected ray and the normal drawn to the point of incidence, you call it as angle of reflection. I won't be doing Tamil medium classes, only English medium. Okay, I don't know to explain in Tamil, so it will be only English medium classes. Okay. Okay, so now we'll write down the answers for the questions. We'll write down the answers. We will start from question number 5. Before answering those questions, I want to ask you all something. So everyone, you can reply through the chat. Okay, everyone can reply through the chat. Yeah. Okay, so now let's say I am drawing a plane mirror. Now let's say that this is a plane mirror. I am drawing a line like this, and I'm drawing a line like this, and a line like this. Now tell me everyone, what do you name this light ray? What you name this light ray? You can reply through the chat box. What is the name you are going to give this to this light ray? I am asking only the light ray. I am not asking the incidence, what is happening totally. Yeah, very good. It is not a ray diagram. I have drawn a light ray which is coming and falling on a plane mirror, and it is reflecting back. So I am asking you, what is the name of this light ray? You call it as. Yes, that's correct. Very good. You name this as the incidence ray. Incident ray. And can you all reply me what is known as what you can name for this line, the one which is going back, this light ray? Yes, very good. This is, you call it as the reflected ray. You name this ray as reflected ray. Now tell me, what do you call this as? What do you call this as? Very good. Normal or a normal line. If you have written, that's correct. It is a normal. Tell me, what is this point you name it as? The point over here, what do you name it as? That's correct. Very good. Point of incidence. Point of incidence. Now tell me, what is the angle between the incident ray and the normal? What is the angle between the incident and normal? Very good. Yeah, that's correct. Angle of incidence. This is the angle of incidence. What is the angle between the normal and the reflected ray? Angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. Okay, now we'll answer the tude questions. Question number 5. We'll answer question number 5. So everyone, you all can answer. What is the answer for the question 5? What is the answer for question number 5? Which phenomena of light is shown here? Very good, Saida, correct. Nahma correct. Nuha correct. Khairia Barakat correct. Well done. Others? Sharaf correct. Nazma correct. Maria Muhammad correct. Maria Muhammad no. Atika correct. Ifra correct. Zainab Namaz no. The phenomena that is shown is reflection of light. The phenomena that is shown is reflection of light. So if you have written the answer reflection of light, then your answer is correct. So mark your answers. If you have written reflection of light, then your answer is correct. Then sixth one, what is known as reflection of light? Anyone who can answer can raise your hand. What is known as reflection of light? Okay, Ifra Isham. Ifra, can you answer? What is reflection of light?
When a light ray falls on a surface and sent back to the same medium is
Very
known as
good.
reflection of
Well done, Ifra. So when a light ray is coming or falling on a surface, and if it is sent back to the same medium, you call it as reflection of light. And very good, Raslan, Musfira, and Sidra, and Razia, who have sent me through the chat box. And the next question is, what is known as incident ray? So you can write it here. The one, if you have written the definition which is there in your book, that's correct. But you can write, when a light ray falls on a surface and it is sent back into the same medium, you call it as reflection of light. Okay, now the seventh one answer. What is known as incident ray? So I told you, instead of mirror, don't write mirror. Instead of that, you can write the word a smooth surface, right? The ray that falls on a smooth surface, you call it as the incident ray. Okay, so it can be just surface also. The ray that falls onto the surface, that you call it as incident ray. Very good, everyone who have sent through the chat box. Okay, the ray that falls on a surface, that you call it as incident ray. The next question is, what is known as point of incident? So let's ask someone, Rukaya Hana, if you can answer, what is point of incident?
The point where the incident ray contains with the mirror.
The point where the incident ray contacts with the surface. The point where the incident ray contacts with the surface, you call it as point of incident. Very good. Okay, that was correct, but it is not contains, contact. Okay, the point where the incident ray contacts with the mirror, or the surface. Don't write mirror. The point where the incident ray contacts with the surface, you call it as the point of incident. Very good, Rumana, Saida, Nahma. They have sent me through the chat box, so well done. And the next one, Aisha, Muhammad Akram, good. Okay. The next one we are going to study is what is known as reflecting ray. So let's write what is reflecting ray. Question number 9. What is reflecting ray? Very good. Yeah, Saliha correct, Nahma correct, Saida correct, Zakira correct, Nifra, Musfira, Zikra. Zikra no, Zikra, they're asking reflect. Okay. So the next one is okay. I unmuted. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. All this time was it muted? Okay. I'm sorry for that. Okay. Was it muted all this time? No, right? Just now it was muted. Okay. The 10th one, I'm sorry for that. Okay. So the 9th one is reflecting ray, the ray that reflects away from the surface. You call it as reflecting ray. Then the 10th one, what is known as angle of incidence. Yes, correct. They are asking the 10th one, what is normal. So yeah, Nuha Fahmi correct. Saida correct. Khairia correct. Zainab correct. Zakira correct. Yeah. So the perpendicular line the perpendicular line drawn to the surface, the perpendicular line drawn to the surface at the point of incidence, you call it as the angle of the normal. Okay, the perpendicular line drawn to the surface at the point of incidence, you call it as the normal. Then the 11th one, what is known as angle of incidence? What is known as angle of incidence? Yeah, very good. So Saida correct, Zainab correct. The students who are replying only, they are replying. Others are just waiting. I want everyone to reply. Okay, make sure that everyone replies. Yes, Humaina correct, Leena correct. Okay, so what is this 11th one? What is known as angle of incidence? Angle of incidence means the angle between the incident ray, the angle between the incident ray, and well done for all the students who are replying through the chat. I appreciate you all. Okay, great job. So the angle between the incident ray and the normal line, you call it as the angle of incidence. What is angle of reflection? So that is angle of reflection. That is also the same thing. What is it? The angle between the reflected ray and the normal line. So that's easy, right? So we have studied until question number 12. We have completed until question number 12. So we will move on to the next part. So shall I raise the board? Okay. So let's raise the board and we will move on to the next part. Okay, now in activity 14.2, they are telling you how to draw a reflection, how to draw the phenomena reflection. In activity 14.2, okay, so in activity 14.2, they have said how can you draw a reflection. How can you draw reflection? Take a plane mirror and keep it like this. You can take a plane mirror and keep it like this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to draw a straight line, just normal straight line, draw it, and make sure to place 2 pins little further away from this. So make sure you draw a straight line and put 2 pins like this. First of all, you take a white sheet, keep the plane mirror. Take a white sheet, keep the plane mirror like this. Then draw a line like this and place 2 pins. It can be small pins which you tip the papers, make sure. But you should be able to see it, right? You should, if you can keep a regiform below so that you can put the pin inside. So keep 2 pins like this. And then what you are going to do is, y'all can see my video and y'all can hear me clearly, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now what you are going to do is, you will keep your eyes on this side. You are going to keep your eyes on this side. Now you are going to place 2 pin and draw a line like this. Place 2 pins. Now you will keep your eyes this side and look at the mirror. Look inside the mirror. Where is these 2 pins coming from? Like now you know the rays will go and it will reflect and come back, right? So now you are going to see from here inside the mirror. If you see, you will be able to see the 2 pins from this side. If you see inside the mirror, you will be able to see the 2 points. So you can mark the 2 points like this. We are going to keep the eye and we are going to see the pins which is there inside the mirror. So you will be able to see the pins and put the pins and keep 2 pins like this. And take off the pins and draw the line again like this, the straight line. So after you draw this, okay, after you draw this, then you can just put a like you can at the point of incidence you can draw a normal and you can measure and see whether the diagram you drew was correct. It will be exactly same. The like it will be you will get a like this diagram. It will be like the incident ray is coming and falling and it is reflecting. So you will get a diagram like this. So that's how they have taught you in activity 14.2. So after this activity 14.2, I want to teach you about the laws of reflection. Let's study about the laws of reflection. So when you consider the laws of reflection, there are 2 laws. Laws of reflection. So there are 2 laws of reflection. The first law, okay, there are 2 laws of reflection. So the first law is, remember, it should be a plane surface. Okay, it should be a plane mirror or a plane smooth surface. Okay, so the first law is when a light ray is coming and falling on the surface, the incident ray, you call it as the incident ray, right? So the light ray which comes and fall on the surface, you call it as the incident ray. And the ray which moves away, it bounces back to the same medium, you call it as the reflected ray. What is incident ray? The ray which comes and falls on the surface, you call it as the incident ray. And the ray which is bouncing back into the same medium, you call it as the reflected ray. And the perpendicular line which is drawn to the point of incidence, you call it as the normal. The perpendicular line which is drawn to the point of incidence is known as the normal. So what is the first law of reflection is, the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. So for what is a plane? Now for an example, I'll take up, let's say this is a plane. Okay, just say this is a plane. So the angle, the incident angle, the reflected angle, and the normal drawn to the point of incident should lie on the same plane. That should be your first law. So everyone repeat it with me. What is the first law of reflection? The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal which is drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. Okay, so same plane means, now if I say, if I keep the paper like this, it is a plane surface, right? So let's say if the light ray is coming like this, if this is the incident ray, this can't be the reflected ray. It should be on the same plane. It should be on the same plane. Okay, so that's what they are meaning. So what is the first law? When the light is reflecting, the incident ray, the reflecting ray, and the normal which is drawn to the point of incidence should lie on a same plane. So this is one plane, it should lie on a same plane. So that is the first law of reflection. So let's ask someone. Anyone who can say, raise your hands. We'll ask someone. Let's undo Hansana. Can you say the answer? What is the first law of reflection? Mariam, can you say the answer? What is the first law of reflection? So if you want to answer, you can raise your hands. Yeah, Ifra, can you tell me the answer? What is the first law of reflection?
It is that the incident ray and the reflecting ray and the normal, these rays they lie in the same plane.
They should lie in the same plane. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so the first law is the incident ray, the reflected ray. Okay, listen carefully. I am repeating it again. So, what is the first law of reflection? The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal which is drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. So that is the first law of reflection. Now let's study the second law of reflection. So now you know about the angle of incidence and about the angle of reflection. So when you have a reflection like this you call it as the angle of incidence, right? And this you call it as the angle of reflection. So the second law is the values of the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection should be equal. Okay, the value for the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection should be equal. Okay, so that is the second law of reflection. Okay. Okay, so I'll tell you the two laws again. So some students want me to explain the two laws again. So let's say this is, everyone tell me, what is this ray? Everyone answer through the chat. What is this ray? Razia, we can't say that it is only 49. I'll explain that. Okay. Yes, this is the incident ray. This is the incident ray. Okay. Then what is this ray? What is this ray? This is the reflected ray. That's correct. This is the incident ray. This is the reflected ray. What is this? The normal. Okay. So the first law is the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence. That means this normal is drawn to this point of incidence. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. Okay, I'll write what is it. What is the first law? The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. Should lie on the same plane. Okay, so listen carefully. This is the first law. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. Then the next one, the second law. So you are like, how can you measure the angle? How can you measure the angle of incidence? Using what? Using what can you measure the angle of incidence? Anyone? Is it a compass? I don't think so. We can't use compass to measure. Yes, very good. Aftab, Sharaf, yeah. Musfira, well done. Rahma, correct. Ifra, correct. Alif correct. Amna Munawar correct. Yes, that's correct. So you can use a protector. You can use a protector. You know what is protector, right? The half circle one, the half ruler one. So you half circle ruler, you have that, right? Using that, you can, okay, using that, you can measure the angle of incidence. Using a protector, you can measure the angle of incidence. Let's say I used the protector and the angle of incidence was 40 degrees. Okay, I used the protector and the angle of incidence was 40 degrees. Now tell me how many degrees should I draw the angle of reflection? Tell me how many degrees should I draw the angle of reflection? Very good, Razia. Others? Khairia, very good. Mariam, no. Nahma, no. Zainab, Anamaz, correct. Nuha, Fahmi, correct. Nahma, Nafil, correct. Yeah, I told you what? The second law, the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection should be equal. So that was our second law, right? The second law is the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection should be equal. So if the angle of incidence is 40 degrees, the angle of reflection also should be 40. Who told that this is 90? No one told you that this is 90, right? No one told you this total, the angle is 90. No one told you that. 90 is from here to here. From here to here, the perpendicular line, that is only 90. This is not 90. So the student is asking, Miss, this is 90, no? So if the half of 90, this should be 45. No, who told you that this is 90? It is not 90. It is, we don't know. We are using a protector to measure the angle of incidence. So the same angle should be the angle of reflection. If this is 40, the angle of reflection also should be 40. Is it clear? Is it clear, Razia? Others? Okay. So the second law is the angle of reflection and the angle of incidence should be equal. The values, the second law is the values of angle of incidence, the values of angle of incidence and the angle of reflection should be equal. So that is going to be our second law of reflection. So I will ask someone. We'll ask Rumana. Rumana, can you tell me what is angle? What is the first law? Rumana. Yeah, Sharaf, can you tell me what is the first law? Wait, it's not coming. Sharaf. Sharaf, tell me what is the first law?
The incident ray, the normal from the point of incidence, and the reflected ray should be on the same plane.
Very good, Sharaf. Yeah, that's correct. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. It's there here. Okay, I'll erase that. So let's say the second law. I want Nahma to say the second law. Nahma, tell me the second law.
The value of the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection should be equal.
Very good. The value of the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection should be equal. Shahir, can you tell me the first law again? Where is Shahir? Shahir, can you raise your hand? Okay, Shahir, tell me the first law again.
The
Shahid,
incident and reflecting ray and normal ray that should lie on the same plane.
Very good. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. And the second law is the reflected angle should be equal to the incident angle. So I'll ask you one more question. So let's say I'm drawing a ray. So everyone take a ruler and draw a straight line like this, and normally draw a line like this, and you're going to draw 90 degrees. 90 degrees is the perpendicular line, which is the normal. Draw 90 degrees, and now take a protector and measure this angle. Okay, you're going to use a protector and measure this angle. So let's say I use the protector and I'm measuring this angle. Now this angle, I am telling you that it is 48 degrees. The angle is 48. Now tell me, this is the incident angle, no? Now tell me what would be the reflected angle. What should be the reflected angle? Yes, there we go. That's correct. The reflected angle also should be 48 degrees according to the second law of reflection. Okay, now let's try to do some questions. Take your tune. I'll share my screen. Okay, so you can do the question number 13, question number 14. Soon do question number 13 and question number 14. Do question number 13 and question number 14. I'll give you all 2 minutes to do it. If you have completed question number 13 and question number 14, raise your hand so that I'll know that everyone have completed. Okay, so 13 students have completed. 14. 21 students have completed question 13 and 14. Others soon do. After, very good. Okay. Do 13 and 14 both. So 26 students have completed. Others, I want everyone to be interactive. That then only you will study, right? So if everyone answers, now don't think that you are not bright or not like that. Everyone is bright, right? If you do a very good hard work, if you put your full effort, you will be able to take the highest marks. No one is considered as not bright or dumb people. Everyone can study. Okay, so make sure to concentrate really well and do your questions. So if you do more and more questions, then it will stay in your mind for a longer period of time. Okay, so yeah, 32 finished. Okay, now we'll discuss the 13 and 14 question. 13, write the 2 laws of reflection. So they are telling you to write the 2 laws of reflection. So it's easy, right? So what are the 2 laws of reflection? The first one is the reflecting ray. When light is reflecting, so you can write when light is reflecting. When light is reflecting, the incident ray, the reflected ray, the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn to the point of incidence should lie on the same plane. So this is the first law. Then the second law is, very good. Well done, students who are answering from the chat box. Okay. So the second one, this is the first law. The second one, the values of the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are equal. So the second law is the values of the angle of incidence, the values of the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection and the angle of reflection are equal. The values of the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are equal. Now I'll ask one by one. Can someone tell me what is AO in the 14th one? So they are telling MM1 is a plane mirror. The above phenomena occur here. Name the following. AO. So let's ask the student who didn't answer. Alif Ahmed, can you tell me what is AO? Very good for the students who are answering from the chat box. Yeah. So Zakira, can you tell me what is AO?
Incident ray.
Very good. AO is incident ray. AO is going to be incident ray. And then Atika Akmal, can you tell me what is OB? Atika Akmal, what is OB?
Reflected ray.
Yes, that's correct. Reflecting ray or reflected ray. Okay, reflected ray is OB. Then the next one, ON. Let's ask Mariam Zafir Ali, what is ON?
Normal.
Normal. Or you can write as normal line. Ummu Kulsum, next Ummu Kulsum, tell me what is the angle of AON? Ummu Kulsum, what is the angle of AON? Rashida Banu, what is AON angle?
Angle of incident.
Very good. Angle of incidence. And Mahmood Akram, what is angle of NOB?
Angle of reflection.
Very good. Angle of reflection. Okay, so we have completed until question number 14. So there is a small part and for us to finish the class today, we'll study that part. Okay. So when you take this reflection, now we studied there is reflection occurring, right? So this reflection can occur in two surfaces. The first surface, it can occur in smooth surfaces. Also, reflection can occur in rough surfaces. Reflection, they can occur in smooth surfaces as well as they can occur in rough surfaces. So can you tell me an example for a smooth surface? Anyone? You all can send me through the chat box an example of smooth surface. Very good, Nahma. Yes, Razia, very good, very good. Nuha, no. Saeed Muhammad, correct. Shahir, correct. Reshma, correct. So an example for a smooth surface is a plane mirror. So a plane mirror is an example for a smooth surface. So can you tell me an example for a rough surface? An example for a rough surface, it can be wood, it can be sandpaper, it can be aluminium foil, it can be wood. Yes, that's correct. Very good. So you can write wood or an aluminium foil or anything which is rough. But mirrors, they are considered as a very smooth surface. So for a rough surface, let's take aluminium foil. For a rough surface, let's take aluminium foil. Okay, so I told you the reflection can occur in smooth surface as well as reflection can occur in rough surface. Okay, so the reflection that occurs in smooth surface, you named it as regular reflection. Regular reflection are the reflections that occur in smooth surface. The reflection that occur in smooth surface, you call it as regular reflection. The reflection that occurs in rough surface, you call it as diffuse reflection. Diffuse reflection. Okay, so reflection can occur in smooth surface as well as it can occur in rough surface. So if you see a reflection like this, a light rays coming and falling, and with the same angle of incidence, if the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection is same like this. So if you see something like this is going to be a regular reflection. In smooth surfaces, when a reflection occurs, the angle of incidence is going to be equal to the angle of reflection. So here you can see that the parallel light rays are being reflected parallelly. In the smooth surface, the parallel light rays are being reflected parallelly. So if you take another light ray like this, it will be reflected parallelly like this. So the light rays are being reflected parallelly. That you call it as a regular reflection. So I have taught you some points. So regular reflection occurs in a smooth surface. That's the first point. Okay, regular reflection occurs in a smooth surface. An example for a smooth surface is a plane mirror. So what is a regular reflection? Regular reflection means the parallel light rays are reflected parallelly on a smooth surface. You call it as a regular reflection. So what is a regular reflection? The parallel light rays are reflected parallelly in a smooth surface. You call it as a regular reflection. So let's go to diffuse reflection. So what is diffuse reflection is, this occurs in rough surfaces. Diffuse reflection occurs in rough surfaces. So how they reflect is, now let's say this is the light rays which is coming, it should be parallel. Okay, the light rays which is coming, it should be parallel. But the light rays which is reflecting only, it is not parallel. Okay, the light rays which is the light rays which is reflecting, that is not going to be parallel. But the light rays which is the incident rays, it's going to be parallel to each other. So the parallel light rays is being reflected in various directions, that you call it as a diffuse reflection. So what is a diffuse reflection? The parallel light rays are going to be reflected in various directions. The parallel light rays are going to be reflected in various directions, that you call it as a diffuse reflection. Okay, so the reflection that occurs in a book, the reflection that occurs in aluminium foil, the reflection that occurs in wood, all these are diffuse reflection. Okay, so remember some points, that there is differences between smooth for regular and diffuse, right? Regular, it occurs in smooth surface. Diffuse, it occurs in rough surface. So example for a smooth surface is plane mirror. And then when you say rough surface, example, you can say aluminium foil, a book surface. Earth is also the land, and all these sea, they are rough surfaces. Okay, so in that rough surfaces, diffuse reflection occur. And what is regular reflection? The parallel light rays will be reflected parallelly in a smooth surface. That is regular. So what is diffuse? The parallel light rays will be reflected in different directions, that you call it as a diffuse reflection. So is it clear? Is it clear? Yeah. Plane mirror, mostly only plane mirror we consider as a smooth surface. Only plane mirror mostly we considered as a smooth surface. Okay, students. So I hope you enjoyed my session.